First question. I've only traded through one recession, which was during the housing crisis. You kind of touched on some of this, but are there models or signals within housing you follow? Example, treasury yield curve that have back-tested the ability to signal recession warnings.
Yeah, so I think housing is normally the cause of recessions. If you look back over the last several recessions, most of them tended to be real estate related.
Yeah.
Maybe the sort of recent exception would be the dot-com collapse, but normally it's housing. And so what's sort of interesting about housing recessions is that the deeper they are, usually the longer the path sort of on the other side that you tend to have before you go back into another one. And so given the depth and magnitude of the last housing recession, I think it's safe to say that this next cyclical downturn is probably not going to be housing related. And a lot of the reason why there's a reasonable basis underpinning that is underwriting standards. So if you look at underwriting standards, normally in housing recessions, they've gotten to a point where they're exceptionally loose, meaning that just about anybody and everybody can qualify for a mortgage, buy a house. It's very easy to do. That's still not the case today. Underwriting is still very tight, and so we don't think that'll be the case this time around. But normally what you would look for if you were worried about a housing-based recession is you would look for extreme levels of unaffordability. So we looked at that one chart. You can see that when you get up into these sort of yellow and red zones, that's tended to be where you know that a recession's coming at that point, and it's going to be real estate related, and we're just not there today. We're nowhere close. So yeah, that would be one thing I would look at. If you can have sort of localized housing recessions some of the time, and that might be a little bit more interesting as a case study at the moment. But at the national level, I don't think that's what's going to be causing the next round of pain.